see this question posted all the time on social media by a ton of runners. They all want to know, how can I get faster? Well, I'm going to actually go through that because guess what? Swimming can actually make you faster.
It's about getting to the root problem.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Heather, your virtual sports chiropractor, and guess what? There's a secret little known fact that actually if you include swimming into your training, you will actually become a faster runner. And you might be wondering, how? All right, so there are 5 main key points that we need to address in why swimming will help you become a faster runner. 1 is ankle strength and ankle mobility. So a lot of my runners are really surprised at when I give them a specific kicking program that is designed around really focusing on ankle strength and ankle mobility. And how do you do that? Well, this is how. So you know what these are, right? These are flippers. So by adding resistance in the water by the use of some flippers, you can allow for the foot and ankle to have greater range of motion and allow for the calves, the soleus, and the tibialis anterior to become a lot stronger. And what does that mean for you? That means that your landing and push-off are going to be a lot better for your run. Now, the second thing is that swimming helps increase your core strength. And you might be going, okay, well, how does that really happen? Well, if you think about it, swimming is one of those activities that requires you to have really good strength surrounded by your core. That's how you're going to actually make that movement happen a lot faster in the water. So if you understand how to connect the dots between increasing your lower body strength and your upper body strength at the same time, you're going to notice that the power is going to be really generated from the core. Now, when we run, we want to actually have that same thing. We don't want our legs doing actually all the work. We want to essentially harness that power from stimulating our core by allowing ourselves to have a better postural stance while running. So that's something that swimming is going to help you really achieve. Now, the third thing we want to look at is the fact that when we run, we want to have a good arm swing. And I've addressed this in another video talking about how to really increase range of motion so we have a good arm swing. And it all comes down to the fact that we need to really make sure that our subscapularis muscle is working. Huh? Yeah, our subscapularis muscle, okay? So that is the muscle that sits underneath our shoulder blade. So when we're swimming and we're bringing that arm in front and we're drawing it through the water, it's not really the action that's coming here from the glenohumeral joint, but it's actually from our shoulder girdle that's really allowing for that propulsion, for that pull to happen in the water. A lot of that's being done from our subscapularis muscle, which is one of the 4 rotator cuff muscles, but then again, it's allowing for our lats, which are huge. They're hugely important for our arm swing as well, to focus on really depressing the shoulder blades down and back and allowing for better mobility of the arm. The other thing is to focus on the fact that swimming requires more of diaphragmatic breathing. Now, if you are somebody who is one of those runners who's always like, okay, I feel like every time I try to run faster, I'm struggling with my breathing, swimming will allow for you to kind of go ahead and start practicing diaphragmatic breathing, which also means too, you're going to notice that your neck isn't going to tense up as much. You're not going to feel this intense kind of pressure within the chest. You're going to feel much more ease when running because your chest wall is going to be open a lot more, allowing for more oxygen to kind of come in as you start picking up that pace and allowing for that heart rate to stay nice and low. Now, the very last thing that swimming really does have a great benefit is the fact that it helps with recovery, just simply because a lot of times the water that we're swimming in is a lot cooler. So it allows for our muscles to have a greater recovery time. Now, this is really key as well because we know that the more that we train, the more that we're going to create some micro tears, and we want to really keep those injuries down because guess what? We're all about injury prevention while accelerating and achieving our optimal performance. Now, I didn't tell you this at the beginning of the video, so hopefully you stayed on right now. I have a secret kicking program that I'm giving to you. It is my gift to you, which is guaranteeing to help you increase your run time. So grab that PDF that I've left you here. It is free to you, but I want to show you one thing because a lot of people get this wrong when they're doing this kicking program. And this kicking program does require a kickboard and a set of flippers, okay? So I'm gonna grab my kickboard right now. So I have my kickboard here. Now, when you do this kicking program and it tells you to grab onto a kickboard, you don't wanna have the arms fully extended in the water when doing this program. You're actually gonna bring the arms up here, you're gonna rest them comfortably, and you're gonna use the kickboard to help kind of push the water as you're keeping a nice tight kick with your flippers, okay? So this kicking program does require you to hold on to the kickboard, but you're gonna have the arms more here resting and allowing it to really push the water forward. That is one thing that you guys need to really understand, and having a really success, or I should say having success with my kicking program. Now, my kicking program has helped thousands of runners increase their speed, but also too, if you are somebody who's suffering with knee pain or hip pain, this kicking program is going to help really make sure that the entire quad, hamstring, and glute are starting to fire, becoming a lot better for you, which is going to translate in better performance on that run. So do grab that gift that I've left you in this video. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe today. This is Dr. Heather, your virtual sports chiropractor. I'll catch you in the next video.